In today's video, we're going to take a look at one of the setups that I gave you, I don't know, was it a week and a half ago or something like that? It was SWKS, and it was on the daily chart. It was where we found some symmetrical projections of some prior declines within the uptrend. You can actually watch the old video that I did repost on Twitter to see where that came from. But what's happening here is we're heading towards the initial upside target. And the initial upside target off of this is going to be the 1272 extension of the swing into the zone, which means 107.20 is target number 1, 109.56 would be target number 2, and if you get really lucky, target number 3 is 116.39. But what if we don't make the target? Because we don't know if it's going to make the target. We also didn't know that this support would hold, but we did know that if it did hold, and if we did see a buy trigger, then it was worth placing a bet. Remember, none of us know where the market's actually going, okay? But as far as trade setups, you know, if you take those when the triggers tell you to, you should make money more often than not. And of course, not all the setups will play out, so keep that in mind. But let's take a look at a lower time frame chart and how you might manage this. And, you know, very simply, I know that there are some people that know how to set up an ATR trailing stop. That's probably a good way to go. If you can do that on a lower time frame chart, so for example, maybe set it up on the 30-minute chart, you can use that as a trailing stop, okay? But what I like to use is either a stop underneath a prior swing low, because as long as the bullish pattern of higher highs and higher lows remains intact, then it still has a chance to continue higher. And then the other way is by setting up the symmetrical projections of these prior swings. So for example, taking the prior highs to lows and then projecting them from the recent high, and if we continue to hold above that, then again, you know, you can stay in the trade. So right now at this point, that would say to have a stop underneath this 103.15 area. But like I said, if you want to, you know, tighten it even further, that's your choice. I just want to give you a couple of ideas, because you have to remember, even though, you know, when a setup really starts working out nicely, we just don't know if it's definitely going to make the target.